Today you join me at my most favourite place to fish. That's right, linear fisheries on Oxlease. It's not somewhere that I do fish a lot, this lake, but it does throw up the odd banger here and there. A couple of weeks ago I was up at linear fishing with Jordan, surface fishing, and we came down here to finish off what was a good session already, and come down here to finish off with my first ever 30 pound Oxlease carp. That was an absolute banger. 25 plus fish off the surface, ParkerBaits floaters, fruit and nut pop-ups, topped off with a little bit of 12mm magic bean as a high vis, catching numerous carp. But we're here for 48 hours. It's getting to that time now. Spawning's due. It's not far away, and yeah, so it's looking like this could be my last session for a couple of weeks. When it's spawning, I tend to just leave the fish to it. Can we grab a few carp? Can we grab a few 30s? Can I grab the 40? Fingers crossed. I'm gonna go and have a little sit down, pre-tie some rigs, get some ready for tonight, and I'll catch up with you in a bit. Right, well this is where my home is for the next couple of days. These swims on Oxlease, especially the roadside, are so spacious. I mean, there's my bivvy. I mean, look at this. You've got so much space. Perfect to doubling up. Perfect to have a social with your friends. And just a lot of space to be able to fish and still get 2 bivvies up in here with ease. But we're fishing. We just put some bait out. Put about 10 spods out. Just fishing at the moment. Some fruit and nut chops. If I get that to focus. Fruit and nut chops. Some 14mm fruit and nut boilies, bit of sweet corn, lots of liquid, and a bit of our fine Himalayan rock salt. Yeah, like I say, just put 10 spods of that out for now. Gonna leave that for now and then get some more out in a bit. But we are fishing, if I can get my finger in line, this tree in the background over here. I think your max out of these, out of Oxlease, is probably 20 wraps. So I brought it back 2 wraps. It's fishing nice and comfortable at 18 wraps. And as it stands, I've got 3 rods on a spot. The right and the middle rod are on pop-ups with a little bit of worm on top. I think one's a pineapple orange pop-up with a bit of worm, and the other one's an OG Fish Match the Hatch pop-up. And then the left rod being the magical mini mix solid bag. Can't go wrong with a little 12mm pink magic bean. But the rods have not been out for long. Hoping we can get a bite just before dark tonight. Put another 10 more spods out for the night. Happy with where the rods are. It took me a couple more casts than usual just because of the crosswind that's coming in at the moment, but I'd rather be happy and fishing accurate for the night than just that will do. You know, I see a lot of people kind of fish and they say that will do. For some people it might, but for me, I'd rather be fishing on the spot and going to sleep knowing I'm fishing where I want to be. But the kettle's been boiled. I had my first coffee of the day, and now I'm just cooking some food. Got these chicken, oh, don't want to see in the camera, chicken tikka steak things, I think they're called. Yeah, these here. Chicken sizzle steaks, they're tikka. Got some rice, and I just got some sweet chili jam that I had. Anyway, some chicken and rice for dinner tonight. But yeah, it's looking good. I mean, Ian came around earlier and had a chat with him for a bit, and there's not been a great deal coming out this week really. There's been the odd fish here and there, but it's not to say the fish won't be feeding. Hopefully the fish gods are on my side tonight. I'll show you once this Gordon Ramsay dish has been put together. Chicken's cooked, just cut that up. Just cooking the rice now, letting that cook a little bit. I've been sat here, and I see my spot's this peg over here and that little pointy tree in the background. But I've just seen an almighty flat spot come up off the bottom. Is the fish feeding down there? Is one of them rods gonna go off? Oh, that'd be nice if I could get one on the first night. Kind of relax as such, you know. once you get that first bite and that first fish in the net, it's a nice feeling. So fingers crossed, hopefully that's a good sign and for what's to come. But for now, rice is cooking, chicken's cooked. Whew, am I just excited for this? That looks good. Now, time for the bit of the sauce. Oosh. Thank you very much. Now, as much as I'd love a fish, please do let me eat my food first. And we can get a fish, or 2, or 3. I'll take 4. I'm not being greedy, am I? Come on, fingers crossed, let's do it. It's about 12 o'clock. Not a lot has happened. I've not heard anything really. All I have heard is the bird life on that island. That's pretty much just opposite me to my left. Anyone who's fished Oxlease before will know the bird life on that island is crazy, and they are noisy, that is for sure. But like I said, it's 12 o'clock, it's late now. The rods, I'm happy where they are. The bait I've put out, I'm happy with. The amount of bait I put out is enough there to nick a bite. So now it's all down to the fish. Will it be a first light bite? Will it be a night time bite? Will it be a bite at all? Who knows? A very, 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 very quiet night last night. Yeah, not a lot happened. I was up till about 2 AM if I'm honest with you. Couldn't really sleep last night. But I'm not really hearing anything. This morning I haven't seen a single fish until a minute ago. About 2 wraps out to my left. But last night I fished 3 on the bottom, 2 bottom rigs and a solid bag. Today I'm not going to completely give in on it, but something needs to change. There's fish out there somewhere, where I don't know, but I need to find them. If they're not showing, then I need to try and do something to change my tactics as such to try and catch them, whether that be putting some zigs on today or this swim. This swim was actually, funny enough, the first swim I ever fished when I fished linear fisheries. And I remember it clear as day to this day. And I remember the first time I come up here, I bought like 20-30 kilo of bait, because all you see is people fill it in at linear, and yeah, far from it. What a waste of money that was. But I bought all that bait, couldn't get a bite on the bottom for me. I remember stood on the end of this swim, so I'll tell you what, I'll turn it around. So you see this wooden bit coming across here, and I remember being stood on top of this, and I was watching fish just swim past, shoals of them. So basically in line with these reeds, and they were just coming past and swimming. I put a 1 foot zig there, a 1 foot zig there, and a 1 foot zig there, and this was on the last morning, and I had 4 fish. The fish I've just seen show was just off the reeds to the right here. So yeah, something's gonna change, gonna try something. I am gonna go and put the deeper out, have a couple of casts of that and see what that's saying. See where in the water the fish are there, or if there are any fish there at all. Do I need to move? You know, there is a little bit of an option to move. There's a few swims down that far back corner. But, I mean, unless the fish are there, I'm not going to move. I know behind this island in that far corner over there, there's a big margin spot, which is hard to cast through. There's only one peg you can get to it from, but there's a big overhanging tree in the way. But I'm telling you now, the carp hold up under there. One single solid bag under there can do better bites than 3 rods on a spot sometimes in here. You know, so I'm just going to have to really, really try my best today, see what I can do, and hopefully find a few fish, catch a few fish. had one of them massive military planes fly over in the background. You're not going to quite pick it up yet, but it's been an absolute nightmare today. Where do I start? Well, if I turn around here, so earlier I had a large spawn, a black one, large. I like using large when I'm fishing up to 25 wraps because it means I can get a lot of bait out quicker, or should I say less spawns I have to do. And one of my spawns earlier, this swivel come off, so I lost that. And now this one don't like staying closed when I cast, so that's how today's gone with that. And to get even better, I don't know if you can see that, but I've got two lines going for the one alarm because this, the batteries haven't died, it's decided they don't want to work anymore. So that's how today's gone. There we go, look at that. These things are huge. Oof. Loud as well. So yeah, I mean, not only have I lost a spawn today, spawn that don't want to stay closed on the cast, and it's covering me in all these juices. I mean, I'll tell you what though, doesn't that look good? Fruit and nut 40 mils, chops, corn, bit of fruit and nut magic dust in there, and every liquid I could find possible known to mankind. But yeah, I got that juice all over me. It's just gone from worse to worse, and do you know what makes it even better? I've not even caught a fish yet either, but I'm staying positive, staying strong. My dad is popping down tonight. It's a bit of a last minute decision for him. The swimmers come free to the right of me, so he's going to pop down. But I will be heading home Sunday latest. He might be staying on till Monday, but we'll just see how it goes. Just debating what to do, man. Do I keep the two on the bottom tonight and one on the zig? Do I go all three on zigs tonight? I mean, I'd hate to get a bite and not be able to put any more bait out unless my dad had a spare spawn, but yeah, we just have to see how it goes. Let's see what I feel doing. I mean, there's just not been any shows. I mean, obviously I can't see past this island over here, but it's just been nothing. I mean, they got this hatch all over the top of the water, which, you know, the fish normally go nuts for it, and they're just not. I mean, I don't know, it's just been a very, very weird, moody Oxlease at the moment. And even the bailiff was saying again today, he said it's just been really, really weird at the moment. Nothing really coming out. I mean, there was one fish out over there when I turned up yesterday. The guy to the left of me had one tight to that island on a solid bag. Yeah, it's just moody. Good old moody Oxlease. Oh, isn't fishing fun? Normally it's meant to be one of them sports where, you know, you're relaxed, you're calm, chilled out, enjoying life. Yeah, not for me this session. Been a stressful old session, that is for sure. But just on the phone to Jordan, who's currently fishing over on B2. As I'm sat here on my bed, I'm on the phone to him, I've just seen these backs just break out the water. So I reeled in a rod off the bottom, and I know it's 15 foot of water out there, so I just put a 14 foot zig out there. Fingers crossed. Will it do something? I don't know, hopefully. You can only try, can't you? I've kept one on the bottom, which I currently got this one here ready, waiting. But orange pop up there, pineapple whittled down to just over half. And then I've got my bait floss there ready to tie a couple worms on, fresh, ready for if it does go off, or for ready for a recast when I need it. It's just so moody at the moment. It really is. The bailiff's been saying, had a couple of chats with the anglers around, and it's definitely a moody old Oxlease at the moment, but I'm going to keep trying, keep persevering. It's good to have, you know, so many tactics. Like, I speak to some people and they're just not interested in zig fishing, but zig fishing can be the one that save you from a blank and catch you some more fish. It's good to be able to have different types of tactics, whether that be fishing from pop-ups to wafters to spinner rigs to D-rigs to chod rigs to zigs 1 foot all the way up to 14 foot. It's good to be able to, you know, have so many different tactics and expand your knowledge in fishing to the point where you can change where needed and hopefully give yourself a better chance of a bite. But it's just so flat calm. I mean, if I turn this around, look at it there now, it's just really flat, calm, no winds now. Wow, was that my eyes? Is that a fish or was that a bird? Oh, never mind, it was one of them birds. You know, this time yesterday it was windy, the wind was blowing into me, there's a big chop on the water. Today is flat, calm. So when them fish are breaking their backs out the water, which not that I've seen many, I've only seen 2, but 2's better than none. And it's more of a sign than I've seen in this last 24 hours, because I'm telling you now, I've seen 1 or 2 fish show, one for definite, and it's been far away from me out the back over there, which was off the back of the wind yesterday. So that's going to be it for now. Burgers tonight, looking forward to them. Dad's popping down this evening, but be honest with you, he's not really a cameraman, so I won't be getting him on camera. Might be lucky if he catches a fish, but yeah, I'll be having a nice chilled social with my dad. It's not often we get out together. He's been on the socials, on the ParkerBaits socials with us, but normally me and Ben and Steve and the team are just so busy running around, getting all the footage we can, giving people time, teaching them things, getting the videos together for you lot to watch. I don't really have much time to spend with him whilst he's there, so it'd be nice just to have a bit of time with me and him, like we used to when I was a kid. But hopefully have a few fish along the way. So I'm going to leave that there. Mr. Swanee over there swimming over. Tell you what, these swans are relentless up here. They just do not care. They come right into your rod tips there and they see the line. They're not afraid, they just take your rods out, you know. What difference does it make to them? They ain't the ones that got to recast it. Nightmare if you ask me, but it's part of nature. They live on this island, which is just over there, and at night, is it noisy between the swans, the ducks, the moorhens, the geese. It's like World War III over there. But hopefully for now, the zigs, if I'm feeling confident on one, it'd be the zigs. Yeah, hopefully we can get a fish. Come on, fingers crossed. So it's 20 to 9 and it's still daylight. Don't you just love it when it's coming towards summer? Winter's gone, there's no early nights, and now I just love it when you're able to sit up late and it's not dark by 5 o'clock. But it is food time and we're having burgers tonight. Burgers, got whatever you want to call it, your fake cheese, your cheese slices, put a bit of bacon in there with the almighty sweet chili Nando's jam. It's quite nice, this is. It's very, very good. It's the first time I've tried it properly. It's definitely a good sauce to have. But I mean, it's flat calm now. Let's have a little look, should we? So yeah, it's flat calm out there now. Got 2 zigs on. I've got one at, I think, 13 foot, and then one at 10, and then one on the bottom still. But yeah, burgers are cooking. They've already just gone on. I've got my nice little candle down here, which to anyone might be thinking, I'm not trying to make my bivvy smell nice, but this thing gets rid of mozzies, and it is an absolute game changer if you ask me. It smells banging, so it don't smell bad, but not had a mozzie in sight. Well, within my bivvy anyway, which is all that matters, so I don't get eaten alive in my bivvy. But they're an absolute game changer and something I'll definitely be using going forward. But yeah, like I say, the evening's getting in now, light is fading, burgers are cooking, but looking forward to what the night hopefully brings. Some carp, maybe 1 or 2, you never know, eh? It's been very, very tough so far. Not seen anything apart from 1 or 2 fish from the first day. It has been dead. I mean, I was going to head home tomorrow, but my dad ended up coming down tonight and he's got a swim to the right of me, so I'm going to stay till Sunday now. So I've got an extra night fishing, just so I can spend a bit of time with him and chill and have a bit of a social. It's not something that gets to happen often, so I'll make the most of it whilst it can. But I have got to head off Sunday. But looking forward to it. Hopefully a few fish tonight, but I'm going to get back to my burgers and I'll show you the end product. Come on, the carp.
You're thinking of the specky guy on the new one, the latest one that went round.
Don't that sky just look lovely? Bit of purple, orangey, whatever you want to call it. But got some burgers here, cheese slice on the bottom, cheese melted on the top. Got that chili jam on the bottom bit of bread. And I thought, wait, why not? Get some bacon in here as well. And no, not all 4 of these are for me. My dad's having 2, I'm not that greedy. Well, even if I wanted to, I couldn't eat all that. But it's like spot on out there. It does look nice. Just, you know, I'd expect to see maybe 1 or 2 shows, you know, every now and again. But it's just been so quiet. But it's not to say the fish can't turn on at any time. Linear can be like a light switch. 1 minute they're feeding, 1 minute they're not. So hopefully now they turn on feeding before we leave. But I'm going to get back to my bacon and I'll show you the burger at the end. Right, well there we go, some crispy bacon on top. Bit more of that chili jam. Don't they just look good? Now, time to enjoy the view. Some food. I wouldn't mind a little disturbance tonight from a fish. I'll take it. I'll get my burgers interrupted for a fish tonight, that's for sure. So now it's time to sit back and let the carp gods do their work. Come on, please, just 1 tonight. Me or my dad, I'll take it. A fish will do, or just 1. Come on. Look at that. Wow, am I excited for these burgers, that's for sure. Now time to go and deliver them to the next swim. It's only well, 25 to 10, but I'm knackered, not gonna lie. And then burgers were that good. It's made me tired. The food has put me to bed, to be fair. They went down an absolute treat and were well needed. I don't know if you can pick up them geese in the background, but that's what it's like all night, every night. They're a nightmare. That island there, they live around it. I mean, probably a good 20 of them there, something like that. But yeah, in bed now. The rods are out for the night. I'm happy. Dad's happy, he's over there now. He's got 1 zig on and 2 solid bags, just pub chuck for now, and hopefully nicking a bite like that way. See how it goes, see how the night takes us. Got my candle on in the background there, which I will blow out before dark. Don't worry, I'm not going to sleep like that all night. But that is a lifesaver when it comes to the mozzies. Never seen anything so good, if I'm honest with you. But that is me for the night. Next time you should see me is either going to be in the morning with no fish, or soon with some fish. Fingers crossed, come on. Well, wasn't that a successful night? Successful night sleeping. I mean, I did hear 2 fish show in the night, but way up in the shallows, up in the other end. I don't know, it's just been a weird, but the sun is out. There is a little bit of wind, but there are some flat, calm areas. So I'm going to go see if I can save the day, the video, my sanity, and try and get some fish going on the surface. Yeah, if I'm honest with you, if I do feel like I'm going to get a bite, it's not from this swim. Yeah, it's just not looking good. My dad's next door, like I mentioned previously, so I'm just going to reel in, walk about Oxlease, down that other end, down to my left, down by the disabled swim and that. See if I can find an empty swim where the fish are showing themselves as such, or if I can spot any signs of fish, because I can't see anything here. And if not, then I'm going to head over to Hardwick's and Smith's, St. John's, have a little look on there, to see if I can get some fish feeding somewhere. If I can, I'll ring my dad, he can reel in, come over, and hopefully we can grab a few off the top. So just going to switch this vlog up a little bit. I'm excited because hopefully I can get a few off the fish off the top. If not, what else? I've tried. I've tried zigs, I've tried bottom, I've tried solid bags, low zigs, high zigs. The only thing I haven't tried is fishing for fish off the top. So how many times do I need to do this fingered cross? Please, come on. So I left off saying I was going to go and do a bit of surface fishing. That didn't go to plan. I had about 25 geese turn up, and I just thought, yeah, I'm not battling that. And it just wasn't looking good, to be fair. Am I just wasting my time? So got the van, pulled up behind the swim, packed up every single bit of my gear apart from the bivvy and the rods, even put my bed away, and then bosh, bosh, bosh. I could probably say I've seen about 15 carp show in a space of half hour. Back to the van I went, got the bed back out, and now I'm currently fishing with 3 zigs. Yeah, it's been a last minute session, everything's gone wrong, it's not gone to plan, but we're here for one more night, here to try and make it happen, and hopefully I can do just that. Yeah, I'm going to leave you lot be, I'm going to get some sleep, because it's been a long, frustrating day, and hopefully, just hopefully, are we going to wake up with one tonight, an Oxlease carp, please? Please make it worth staying the night, I hope so. Come on. Good morning. It's currently about 20 to 5 and I've just put one of the rods back out. Come and have a look at this. 11-foot zig, soaked in the flat spot, sprayed with the bait spray, monster crab and the fish. Thank you, carp gods. Let's have a look, shall we? Nice. Probably go about 24, I reckon, 25, but so like I say, last night I was packing up. I've literally got a bed, a bivvy, my rods, my net, and then I've got my cradle and that under the bed over there, which I'll have to get out now. I just kept it dry because it was raining last night, but as I'm packing up, I couldn't believe it. I mean, I've said numerous times I've not seen anything show for days, and then all I see is bosh, 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 and I thought, couldn't write it, carried on packing away, bosh, bosh, bosh. I thought, oh my god, I can't leave when it's like that, especially after days I've not seen any fish. So we stayed another night, pushed out in the rain, and it paid off. So we'll get this fish out and show you this Oxlease carp and the blank saver. It'd be nice if my dad now can get one. I really do hope he can nick one. But yeah, let's get this fish out and show you guys this fish. Come on, I'm so happy now. Probably got about 24, 25 pound, but a blank saver. I'm over the moon. I was going to go home last night, ended up staying, and it's paid off with this Oxlease banger. Look at him getting his dorsal up for show. Quickly show you the other side, he's been a bit of a nightmare, and we'll get this one back. Look at that. There we go, there's the other side. Nice dark Oxlease mirror. That's it, I reckon it's probably about 25 pound to be fair. But 11-foot zig, red aligner, red foam, soaked in the almighty monster crab and red fish bait spray, doing the bites, over the moon. Couldn't be happier. I can go home, one happy man now. Tried a lot this week, it's been very hard going, it's a tough time of year, but thank you, the carp gods. Yes! Oh god, honestly, all hopes were gone yesterday. I thought there was no chance. Oh god, I tell you what, this fishing sometimes it can be stressful. It's hard because especially when you know where the fish are, you can find the fish, but you know, linear being linear, you can't always move on them. It's busy, especially when you've got late bookings and it restricts, you know, the movement that you can do. Oh, but we did it. caught a fish and I'm not going home with a blank. Oh, mate, honestly, over the moon. Like I say, last night, not gonna lie, all the gear was packed in the van. All I had left was the rods to reel in and the bivvy. And by the time I started packing up to realising I can't go home, there was probably about 15 to 20 carp show. They were just breaking the surface, and I thought, I've not seen that in 3 days. If I go home now, I'm going to drive home one moody bugger, and I'm really going to regress it. So I thought, right, well, you know, it's 8 o'clock, half 8 now. The time I get home is going to be 10:30, 11. Is it really worth driving back? I'll just stay there one more night and hopefully have a chance of catching one before I head home this morning. Which now I can drive home with a smile on my face. Just need my dad to catch one now, that would be really, really good. But I'm going to put the camera down. I've got my little mug here. And I'm going to go and have a celebration coffee. A Ben and Rob special whack you in the face coffee, double sachet, a 3-in-1 and a caramel latte. And I'm going to go and enjoy it. So I'll see you in a bit. The van looks a bit of a mess at the moment, but it's pretty much packed now. It's just the rods I've got to put away. I do not want to leave. There's fish showing. They're just to the left of me a little bit, but as time gets on, they're gradually coming more my way. I wish I didn't have to leave this morning. It hurts me to leave when I see fish showing out front, especially when, like I say, for 3 days I didn't see nothing, and last night it already started. But I've nicked a fish, a nice fish, a mid-20, like I say 25, something about that pound, and I'm not leaving with a blank. So I'm happy. Probably got another half hour maximum, and then I'll be going. So I'm just going to go down there, chill with my dad in there for the last half hour, and either next time you see me, it's going to be with another fish, or ready to say goodbye. So I'll see you in a bit. The session started off terrible, no fish in sight. Don't want to say it, but almost like getting stressed because I couldn't move on them. They basically just had to sit behind motionless rods at the time. I tried every tactic. It was almost getting to me. And then went to pack up last night to go home, and I mean, had everything down, as I said already, to like just my bivvy and my rods, and then fish start showing. So then I get the bed back out, basically just minimal gear for the night, and I nicked one this morning, which put a smile on my face. But not only did I nick one this morning, there was a nice fish, got the rods back out. I did not get anything else, but my dad had his first ever Oxlease carp on, and then he lost it. That's right, he lost it. Zig, basically what I had it on. So that was a bit frustrating. So I was like, right, quickly change that hook, put a fresh hook on because I've used Kamakurus, cast that rod straight back out, and his rod goes again straight away. I mean, within a minute. And he's playing this one, and he landed it. Yes, he lost the first one, but he landed the second one and landed his first ever Oxlease carp. It was a common, it wasn't massive. My dad's not a cameraman, he doesn't like being on camera, so I didn't put the camera in his face, but what I will do is stick a photo on the screen right now of this common he had. Just over 17 pounds, and he was happy, and I'm just buzzing for him. It's his first fish of the year. He's been out a couple of times this year and it's been tough. But not only did he get his first carp of the year, he got his first carp from Oxlease Lake, which he's fished about 4 times now. And it's been the same for me. I've never really had that much luck on Oxlease. I mean, I only ever had my first 30 pounder two weeks back when me and Jordan were surface fishing, and I quickly nicked one off the top. But I can drive home with a smile today, knowing that I've caught one and my dad's caught one, and I'm happy. So I'm going to leave it on a positive note. If you have liked this video, get down in the comments, like the video, get subscribing to the best YouTube channel out there on fishing. And until next time, peace out.